Hey, Dave Fannin here with the Body Form Personal Training Fitness Bootcamps. How people get overweight. Explained to people who have never been overweight. If I see an article in the New York Times about weight loss or scientific research on weight loss or exercise or what's working best or how to lose weight or most popular diets, I always read that article. And I also always read the comments because overweight, weight loss is a very controversial subject, and I want to know what the average person, not like fitness people that have always been around it, or people who are research. I want to know what the average person on the street, how they see this. And quite often, and it drives me nuts, I see a lot of like, they need to eat less, move more. They need to get it together. They need to push away from the table. And you get a lot of like, I'm 70 years old, I've never had a weight issue, they just need to get their ass out there. Like it's a moral or a character deficiency for somebody to become overweight. And it's not. And I finally figured out how to explain it to people. I was having a meeting with a couple of bankers, young guys, lean, trim, fit. Their staff is lean, trim, fit, young. And they've literally, probably from high school, they played sports, in college, they've been around good-looking, lean people, and they're in that environment. They have no concept of how do people get overweight. And they asked me point blank, we're talking about what I do for a living, and they said, how do people become overweight? And I told them, I said, it's like, in a way that it's like debt. Like at first you get about $1,000 into debt and it's kind of there, and then the next thing you know, you're like $5,000 in debt, and you're like, God dang, I got to take care of this. And then you don't change your behaviors, and then you're $30,000 in debt, and then $50,000, and then $100,000 in debt, and then sometimes you're $250,000 in debt. And it happens all the time. And that is how people become overweight. You get about 5 pounds on, then you're like, oh, 15, 50, 100. And when you're looking at 50 pounds or $50,000 in debt, you can't actually stop and look at it, because to do so would require you to stop everything in your life at that moment and it's overwhelming. And that's how people become overweight. It's just like debt. So if you've never been overweight at any point in your life, you've probably been in debt at some point, and you know that kind of pressure. So you can't just look at it. You can't just like stop everything in your life and address that. It actually, it's overwhelming, and everything would stop. So that's how you understand how people do become overweight. It's that slippery slope. And I'll tell you what, it's just like if you got $100,000 in debt, it should, knocking out that Starbucks, cutting that $5 a day out, that shit's just not going to work. That's the same as telling somebody to eat less and move more. That is bullshit, because it's going to take a lot more to get you where you want to be if you're running around with $100,000 in debt, or you're running around with 30, 50, 100 pounds to lose, which I have an understanding and empathy for. I mean, we've all been there. And it's usually, I even have people, and just like myself, you've been in shape all your life, and then you hit that perfect storm. And and I've been over 30 pounds overweight at a point 6 years ago, and it took 6 months to get off. And it's just this, and I get to do this for a living, and it still got away from me. So it's the same as debt. And that perfect storm will hit just about everybody. That's how you end up, 10 grand under upside down sometimes. And sometimes you turn around, you're 30 pounds overweight. It happens to everyone in some manner. So if you see somebody with a little bit more weight than they should be carrying, have some empathy. We've all been there. And that's how I explain to people how people get overweight, to people that have never been overweight. And I hope that gives you some understanding. And if you like this video, like it, share it, and comment below. I hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you later.